Welcome to Cooking with Dad, Breakfast Edition.
Hi guys, it's 8:15 on a Saturday, and that means it's time for your next episode of Cooking with Dad Breakfast Edition. So today we're cooking for a very tough client, Mom. Mom is extremely difficult. She has already sent back toast, and so we're gonna make her a egg over easy on top of toasted sourdough with thinly sliced avocado, also known as avocado. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to preheat the pan, getting it nice and hot. It's on medium plus, medium high. I've got my coffee. Coffee is done. Then the next thing we want to do is the avocado. When you're cooking, you always want to do what takes the longest first. So I want to do like a nice avocado. This avocado feels a little soft. You see that? So it might be a touch brown. It's decent. There's some not great pieces. So what I'm going to do is just thinly slice it inside. Okay. I'm going to leave it in there like that so it doesn't get brown. Okay. It's a nice creamy avocado. You see this little piece fell off, so you know it's nice and ripe. All right. The next thing, we're going to butter. This is a Heston. And I don't want it to turn brown, so I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit. This is a nonstick pan, but I still like to butter it more for seasoning than anything else and to guarantee that it's going to be delicious. Crack the egg, do it very close to the pan so that we ensure both a good shape All right, now we've got one of these. This is a salt cellar. As we can see, we like the coarse salt. So I season it in the beginning and then I'll season it in the end. But I want to season it now. We're doing eggs over easy. The other thing we're going to do is some black pepper. It's important that you always use a grinder and not just the stuff that was pre-ground. I'm going to do the top. When we flip it, some of it's going to stay in the pan, so it's not going to be too peppery. It's going to kind of work right in. All right, now, in the meantime, let's make the toast. So we have a nice sourdough here. I'm going to start toasting. Maybe we'll just do one for now. The toast is on. Pardon my
Look at that egg.
Looks good, right?
Yeah.
So, over easy. You don't need to show a messy refrigerator. So, over easy means that you've cooked both sides. That's the over part. Easy means that it's still going to have a wet yolk. Okay? Which is tricky. So the trick is in the flip. Because what we don't want to have happen is we don't want to have the egg yolk break. But we also don't want the yolk to be gross and cooked. We want it to be nice and yellow, so when you take your bite, you get that nice slimy, runny yolk. I'm going to prepare a plate. We have our plate ready. I'm going to have a sip of coffee. At this point, it should be done. The toast is almost ready. I'll start the shingle process. What I do is I just peel off peeling off the skin of the avocado. As you can see, there's some brown parts, but it's all going to be hidden under an egg. And it's not disgustingly brown, it's just a little brown. All right, toast, avocado, shingled out, beautiful looking. Don't really love that piece. Okay. Again, remember, Jagger, what do we want to do? We want to season it, right? So what am I using? What kind of salt is this? Kosher salt, right? Not because we're Jewish, because I'm Episcopalian. Boom. How good does that look?
Delicious.
Now, we're going to use some hot sauce. This is the good one. This is Louisiana style, which means it's going to be higher in vinegar. So it has a little bit more seasoning to it. Not too much, just enough for some flavor. And then, of course, a fork and a knife. Let's go see if she likes it. Come on. So we made the dish. It's nice and hot. Now, when you're dealing with challenging guests, it's important.
Bless you.
You want to hide from challenging guests.
I mean, I did say don't put any.
I know,
just
but it
any
needed.
hot sauce
I
on
didn't
it.
put any hot sauce. That's a special.
And
hot
the egg
sauce.
does look a little bit overcooked, but we'll see. Did you put any salt on it, or?
I did. I seasoned it twice.
And why would you put the avocado on the bottom?
That's
This is my
how it
question.
works. So when you deal with a very challenging guest, you do want to hide.
The fact that the eggs are overcooked. Which part do you want to hide?
You don't know. You as a person sometimes want to hide from a challenging guest. You should really just stand there and take it. And then if they don't like it, you can try it again.
Where is the salt?
The salt is,
like Jagger amount of salt? Is it like no salt whatsoever?
if she likes it, she'll eat it, but she
Kind
won't.
of impossible to eat with avocados on the bottom because they're slippery. So if you put a slippery egg on top,
Well, I guess if you put a slippery avocado on top of an egg, it would slip off the top. This way it's sandwiched in between.
I mean the eggs could be runnier. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, well, that had to do with.
So your poor timing. Pretty good. Pretty good.
That concludes our episode of Cooking with Dad, where we specialize on cooking for challenging guests, aka Mom. See you next time.